Sometimes when I wake up in the morning and hit record on my camera, I think I'm going to make an epic video. And then they turn out like today. Just a very simple day and end up being a video that I really don't want to share with the world. But I'm going to share it anyway. Welcome to my day.
Close my eyes, you're looking back at me. As real as autumn air I take and breathe. Try as you might, but you can't hide from me. I know all the beauty that you keep. Cover my eyes and here glimpses of you onto every passing mile. I see them in the sun, the earth, the sky, and I won't stop looking for you till I die.
It's a little bit of a chilly morning out this morning. I don't know what temperature it is, but it definitely feels like it's just above 0 degrees Celsius somewhere. It's our last day in Vancouver here today. I came by to see Jeffy again today. Jeffy's still in the same spot. He's doing good. Morning, Jeffy. We're off to do our usual morning routine, and that would be coffee, edit a video, and of course, because it's our last day in Vancouver, we're going to check our mail and hit the ferry back to Vancouver Island. There's a fair amount of campers down here. This area is very much known for their RVs and camper vans. Come on, heater, hurry up. This is a part of van life that I fell in love with the very first week living in the van. And that's driving down a different road in the morning to start my day. Prior to van life, I used to live the same life every day. Go down the same elevator, see the same people, make the same drive to and from work. And work, well, that was just a repeat loop every day. I felt like I was living the exact same life every single day. But now that I'm out here living in the van, I have the ability to start my day on a different street every single day. And I don't know what it is about that little bit of change in my life that makes me feel like I have a bit more control. Kind of like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm starting a brand new life every day. I find that simple little change very inspiring. And coming up, here's the Donald Trump Tower. Donald Trump Tower. Yep, we got one of those too. Before this whole van life thing, I used to move around a lot. I would be in an apartment for about 8 months on a 1-year lease, and I would be looking for the next place to move because I needed something to inspire me. I needed movement. So instead of moving every year, now I'm in the van, I can move every single day. That was the very first piece of freedom that I ever felt because of van life, and a little taste of what my future was going to be like. I love this life. Hey, Nanaimo?
So no reservation then?
Nope.
$76.95 and 40. That one looks good. You're in
Perfect.
lane 6.
Awesome, thank you. He's like, I like girls, Dad. Where's the girls? Man, I've had a good morning. Sun's clearly up. We went to my mailbox, grabbed the last few things that we had come in late the other day that we missed, and now we're heading back to Vancouver Island. We're in lane number 6. I don't know why I always look. We're always in lane 6. It's just the size of the vehicle. They always shove me down lane number 6. Anyway, guys, super excited. I got a few things to pick up at the post office
on the island as well too when we get there. But my plan right now when I hit the boat is to spend that 1 hour and 40 minutes that we're on the boat to edit a video. That's why a lot of times lately when you see me catching the boat, you don't get any scenery shots, because I spend that whole time with my headphones on, face down on my laptop.
Sign says maximum 30 liters of fuel. I've been topping up every day. Just like whatever I go through for fuel, I just top up that little bit every day. I've been trying not to drive very much. I know you see me catch the ferry, but there's no driving in the ferry. So yesterday I went through $28 in fuel to get from Vancouver to Vancouver Island. But 30 liters of fuel for me is about $45 worth of gas, give or take. And if I take it easy on my driving, that'll do me totally just fine. And the gas stations aren't crazy. People aren't lined up like maniacs. But I have definitely been keeping topped up every day. I just don't want to happen to have, like, what if gas just stops? No matter how far ahead you get in life, you need to always stay humble with your beginnings. You can never forget where you came from. Because right now, if you look at that shot, we have all that. We're renting that little shop space. We have a 4x4 ambulance and a fully converted van home that we live in full time. But taking a look back, all I had was that van that I was paying a high interest payment for because I was too broke, had bad credit, and couldn't get a regular price loan. So I ended up paying like 20% on that thing. It was ridiculous. But over 4 years of hard work, here we are today. Debt-free, have a van home that couldn't be any better for me. It is so perfect. We got a little cruisy bear, but having this little home base thing kind of just ties all this 4 years of hard work all together. Gives us a place to launch our adventures from. But it's crazy to look back and just realize 4 years ago I had nothing. But having the shop space, a little bit weird still. Look at me. I'm walking around trying to think of like, what the heck am I going to do? It's so big in here. I'm not used to this kind of space.
I took the ambulance out and just topped up the gas tank in it. That way she's good and full. And let me show you how I'm setting up the diesel heater in my shop every time that I need to use it. So if you missed that video, I installed a all-in-one knockoff diesel heater connected to a Jackery battery over here in the corner. And let me show you what I do every time I need to use it. Pretty simple. I take this board, which I still want to paint white. Then I take the exhaust, tip it out the door. You guys probably can't even see. Yeah, I run that all the way across. This just butts up against the side of that and goes all the way over to the edge, kind of creating a bit of a seal. Then outside, before I turn it on, and make sure that the exhaust is straight. Bada boom, done. Now we shut this and we have a full seal. Turn on power here. Now this has power. The reason why I'm using the Jackery is to show you guys that you can run this in your van off of one of these batteries. That's the only reason. Otherwise I would have it wired into the grid. All right, this thing fell off. This was double-sided tape to the front of this thing, but it fell off, so I just got it strapped up.
Welcome to use air heater. Start heating level 10.
As soon as I hear the ticking noise on here is when I've been recording the time and adding it in here from start and stop time using it. I'm doing an experiment. 9:31 a.m. And then at the end of the day, I will write the time down and how many hours it ran. All right, well, that's about it for that one.
Stop heating, shutting down.
It's right down here at the very, very, very bottom. So we're gonna change this over to kerosene. 12:40 p.m. So one of those little tanks runs for 8 hours and 23 minutes before this needs to be topped up with fuel. This thing would need to be filled every 8 hours. So that's definitely a 5-liter tank because this is a 10-liter jug and half of it is gone. So I am not gonna run the test on this batch. I'm gonna let this one through, and then once I know the system is completely clear of diesel, we're gonna do the next test on straight kerosene. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I seen a ton of people in the comments when I installed that thing in my shop on, oh, you should be running it on kerosene because it will last longer. It may be more expensive to buy, but it burns cleaner and it lasts longer. I don't really care about the burn cleaner part because when you're running one of those diesel heaters, if you run them at the highest you can, so it burns super hot, it keeps the chamber clean. Just an experiment to see if it actually does last longer, because that is cool. If this thing were to burn twice as less, it would last twice as long, kind of equaling out the price that you would pay, but requiring less fill-ups, which is huge. But it would have to be 2 times less because that 10 liters of kerosene was $31. It was $34 with taxes. That is insanely expensive. So the propane hose that goes to my stove up top here is actually kind of winds through my cabinets. When Overland Interiors made these cabinets, he made a little curvy section for my my hose to go through. This hose gets very hard after you start to use it. Like there's no bendability in here at all. And this went in the summertime. This is the hose normally, like it's got some pliability to it. After that propane goes through, it loses that pliability. And I think that's what happens with the bottle over here is that anytime you change it and move it, it just puts way more pressure on this fitting than when it first went in. And I don't think there's any way to solve that one. It's just one of those things. If you have a bottle in a place where the end of it takes any pressure, then you're just gonna have to change hoses out all the time. It is what it is. Got an email from the sign shop that did my big logo on the wall, and he said, Chrome, come by the shop. I made you a little something. He said it's in the back of his truck. Those are the guys that did the sign in my shop. Just a good dude. Oh, you see him got a little baggy bag. Look at this is awesome. A to Z. All right, well, what's going on here? Aww. He took the picture that I sent him of the shop and put it on a little sign for me for putting on the wall. Really a little reminder on where this all started, man. This is cool. Thanks for the plug, bro. Wicked.
Thanks for rolling along with us here on another day in our van life journey. Me and Cruz really appreciate your time you spend here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and stick around for tomorrow. Who knows what we're getting up to? Sometimes it's epic, sometimes it's, well, just a day in my life. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.